1977, George Lucas formed a legacy.
Force is with me, and I am with the Force.
Inspired by mythology, his saga has become a passion for many.
Feel the Force around you.
His legend has become our story.
It's true. All.
One of resistance.
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
Rebellion.
Rebellion is built on hope.
And redemption.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Star Wars Reactions.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Well, hello and welcome to Star Wars Reactions, everybody. We are so glad you're joining us this week. We're going to have some fun. My name is Aaron Harris. I'm one half of your hosting team. Not joining me this week is the David Modders, my co-host. He's awesome. I love him. But he's taking a week off to recuperate and get his strength built up so we can have an incredible time going through the Acolyte, starting with our next episode. I mean, can you believe it? We're already at the Acolyte. I'm so excited. But yeah, it's going to be great. What I wanted to do this week, we don't have really a topic or guest or anything like that, but what I wanted to do is just sit back and just go over some of the news that you may have missed over the last several weeks. Because a lot's been going on in the world and in Star Wars. I mean, a lot's been going on. Some of it you may have seen, some of it you may not have, some of it you just may not care about. But hey, you know what? I am going to provide you the information you need, and you can decide what to do with it. Sound good? Sounds good. All right, let's get going. So let's start with this. Back on May 25th, the man, the myth, the legend, the maker himself, George Lucas, was honored at the 2024 Cannes Film Festival. This is that big annual film festival. I believe it's in France, where they just do a whole bunch of independent films. They have some major films, independent films, but it's basically just a giant film festival. And George Lucas was honored with the Palme d'Or. I speak Spanish, not French, so I'm probably not saying that right, but I'm going to do the best I can. Palme d'Or. This, of course, is an honorary award that was presented to him by his lifelong friend and also famous Hollywood director Francis Ford Coppola. Of course, if you are like me and you have no clue what the Palme d'Or is, don't worry. I actually had to Google it, and I looked it up. And it actually is the highest honor given out at the Cannes Film Festival. So, of course, highest honor, George Lucas. It fits, doesn't it? It does in my book. It's probably long overdue for him, too. But congratulations to George Lucas, the maker, for this well-deserved award and recognition there at Cannes. At the Cannes Film Festival, because he is quite the filmmaker, if I don't say so myself. Gotta say, I kind of love everything he's done. Not even Star Wars, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all the THX, and all those. I mean, he's made some fabulous movies, and if you have not seen everything he's done outside of the Star Wars saga, go take a peek. You'll enjoy it, and you'll understand why he deserved an award like this. Well, of course, as I mentioned a little earlier, we're recording this May 30th, and of course, we are days away from the premiere of The Acolyte. So, with it coming up on May 4th with the 2-episode premiere, and with all the buzz that's been going on around it online, there's been a lot of reels, a lot of clips, a lot of previews, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff going on. I had to sit back and ask myself, what do we really know about this show and what's been going on with it? So here's just a quick little what do we know segment about the Acolyte, because we know a little bit. We don't know a lot. We know a little bit. We know, of course, that we are getting 8 episodes of the show. The first 2, of course, airing June 4th, and like Ahsoka beforehand, this series will be released on Tuesdays. So apparently that was a successful shift for them with Ahsoka. They're trying it again with the Acolyte. So I'm looking forward to that. Gives me more time to watch it and absorb it before David and I sit down and do our reactions to it. Showrunner Leslie Headland has confirmed that each episode will have an expected runtime between 30 and 35 minutes. Now, this is the one thing I wasn't thrilled about. I'm excited to see what they give us, and if it's anything like, if she could do anything like Dave Filoni could pack a lot of stuff in 22 minutes. But for 30, 35 minutes for a live action show, I can't say I'm real thrilled with that length, but you know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and until I see it, I'm not going to sweat it. But, we'll see what happens. We do know that this is a series of murder, almost kind of like a murder mystery series. They are looking for whoever is killing the Jedi. It's a Jedi murder mystery, which is interesting. So, because what was it? Said you can't. What Anakin say in Phantom Menace? You can't kill a Jedi. And Qui-Gon's like, I wish that were true. But hey, it's going to be fun. Of course, recently on May 23rd in Hollywood, California, they had their launch event. And I know several people that were able to go out to that. Then, of course, they had a UK screening event on May 28th. And those, of course, everybody who attended the Hollywood event and the London event there in the UK, everybody had good things to say about what they saw. Of course, they can't really talk about exactly what all was in it. They could just give spoiler-free reactions to it. And their spoiler-free reactions are, it's good. They like what they saw. So, and I know there have been some influencers and media outlets and podcasters who have already seen the first 4 episodes. And I've heard some mixed reviews there. But the general consensus is it's pretty good. So, of course, I will reserve judgment for myself. But I can tell you, based on the little and I know the trailers and I know the teasers, they're designed to boost your excitement for it. They worked for me. I'm really stoked for this show. So I am super excited for that. Also, of course, here recently, to help promote the Acolyte, Disney and Lucasfilm actually did release a series of 5 character posters. And each poster, if you saw them online, and you saw them, we reposted them on our social media. You actually actually has a information card about the character that the poster's about. So I have gone and compiled that information so I could share that with you here if you have not seen those. If you haven't seen them, head over to our social media accounts, Facebook, X, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. Check out these posters because they're really cool. But there's 5 of them. The first one, of course, is of Jedi Master Saul. He's played by Lee Jung-jae, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, and I do apologize if I am. But beautiful poster. And, of course, the information card actually says this about him. Master Saul is a wise, highly respected Jedi Master, strong in the ways of the Force, still and stalwart. Saul has a deep sense of compassion and will to defend those who cannot defend themselves. He is he is a powerful warrior with intense emotions that he uses his Jedi training to balance. The next character poster is for Jedi Master Indara, who is being played by Carrie Ann Moss of Matrix fame. Of course, the description for this character is is as follows. Master Indara is a Jedi Master of great physical and mental skill. She has exacting control of her Force abilities, exuding a sense of command and authority with just her presence. Though she does not seek combat, she is skilled enough to engage on her own terms. In other words, she likes the high ground. Next up, we have a preview or poster for Padawan Jackie Lon. Jackie Lon is being played by Daphne Keene, and her detail card goes as follows. A skilled and studious Padawan learner, Jackie Lon shows great promise in her path to become a Jedi Knight. The Padawan apprentice to Master Saul is young, but she projects calm and conducts herself with maturity. Next up is a poster for May, who, if you've seen any of the teasers or the trailers, you know who May is. She's the one going around throwing the knives, and they kind of give the illusion she's the one that's possibly killing the Jedi. You don't know. We'll have to find out. But May is being played by Amandla Stenberg. And her character description goes as follows. A mysterious young woman with a tragic past, May gets swept up into a sinister mystery, one that puts her in the center of a conflict in unexpected ways. She is determined to exact vengeance on those who wronged her, and little can stop May on her quest. Sounds like a complex character. I look forward to this. Last but not least, we get the Wookiee Jedi that we've all seen in the trailers and that we had announced. Jedi Master Kelnaka, played by Jonas Suotamo. Of course, Jonas is the man behind the mask of Chewbacca in the sequel trilogy and in its solo Star Wars story. So he's used to playing a Wookiee, and now he's getting to play a Wookiee Jedi. And the character description for Kelnaka goes as follows. A Wookiee Jedi Master, Kelnaka has sequestered himself in the tangled jungles of Kofar. He is a loner who lives a solitary life. I don't know about you, but with characters like this, I am excited. That's one thing Star Wars has always done. They have created and grown good characters. And I'm hoping these follow suit. They seem to, based on what I've seen in the previews and the combat and the previews and trailers, and of course in these descriptions. I mean, these character posters are gorgeous. You have to see them if you haven't. Matter of fact, I got them on our social media page, so check them out. I'm actually thinking about trying to decide which one I want to make a wallpaper on my phone too, because they look that good. Trust me. Now, of course, to celebrate the premiere of The Acolyte, Disney Plus and Fandango did partner up to give a limited amount of fans an opportunity to watch the premiere of The Acolyte a full 24 hours early on June 3rd. Of course, to do this, all you needed to do was go online to StarWars.com, register, get your tickets. This is a limited theater release. And unfortunately, by the time we saw this and we're recording this episode, it's all sold out. I mean, there were only two. I live in Florida. There were only two theaters in Florida doing this sneak peek preview or early release of The Acolyte. So I missed out on that. Hopefully some of you didn't, and hope some of you saw it before we did and were able to snag some tickets. If you did, though, we want to hear from you. We drop us a voicemail at our SpeakPipe account, speakpipe.com/Star Wars Reactions. Give us a spoiler-free review. And, of course, we can share that as we move into our the Acolyte season. And, of course, as I said, each week you can expect new episodes from David and me on Star Wars Reactions as we share our reactions to the episodes as they come out. So I know I am excited for it. David's looking forward to it. We are going to have a lot of fun just talking about the Acolyte. Now, let's move away from the Acolyte a little bit. We've talked a lot about the Acolyte here the last few minutes. So we have other things going on that are announced and are coming up on release. We actually do have a series of literary items being released, books, comics, and stuff, all releasing around the time of the Acolyte. Not necessarily anything to do with it per se, but they're just kind of releasing around the same time. So give you a rundown of these titles, and if there any of them interest you, go out and grab them while you can. So if you're a fan of the expanded universe, which are all the novels that were released at Disney, then classified as Legends afterwards. If you're a fan of the expanded universe, or if you're like me and you completely missed out on it because I was overseas and I didn't have access to them all, 3 of those novels are being re-released on June 4th, the same day as the Acolyte premiere. These are being released under the Essential Legends collection branding. The first one is called Imperial Commando 501st. The second one is The Lando Calrissian Adventures. Wow, what do we have here? That one sounds interesting. And, of course, last but not least, X-Wing Iron Fist, part of the X-Wing novel series. So those will be released June 4th, so you can pre-order them now or just wait till they come out and run to your bookstore and grab them. Now, the very next day on June 5th, Marvel has 2 new comic issues being released. First one is Marvel Star Wars number 47. The second one is Marvel Star Wars The High Republic number 8. So pick those up wherever you get your comics. Then, of course, the High Republic era continues on with the new book coming out on June 11th, Temptation of the Force, written by Tessa Gratton. I can go ahead and tell you, mine is already pre-ordered, so on June 11th, it will immediately download to my Audible account so I can start listening. So there you go. That's what's going on in the literary world of Star Wars right now. Of course, as more comes out, we'll let you know what's going on there as we see it. You'll hear about it too. So, yeah, there we go. So, I mean, really, that kind of wraps up everything, all the news I kind of pulled together for us this week. This is just some things that have happened since our last episode that I thought was quite interesting that y'all might enjoy, or that y'all, like me, may have missed when it was announced at first. But yeah, this is going to be fun. I know I'm looking forward to the 2-episode premiere of Acolyte, and David and I will be back together again behind the mics to start our reviews of the Acolyte there in week 1. So be on the lookout for that release on our, of course, I know they're releasing Tuesday, but we will still be releasing on Fridays. So you will have a couple days to digest the episode with us before you hear all of our reactions to it. So it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. We hope you will join us in participating and listening. And, of course, if you want to, we hope you'll participate with us as well. give us a follow on all of our social media accounts. And you can leave us feedback. You can leave us comments about the Acolyte. And of course, you may never know. You may send us a message that ends up being shared on the show if you are sending it about the Acolyte or something. So, or if you want to submit dad jokes of the week, I take those as well. If you noticed in the last few episodes, I've been getting some submissions, so we'll take them. But yeah, give us a follow on Facebook and X. We are at Star Wars Reactions Pod. On Instagram, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, Tumblr. We're at SW Reactions. Of course, you can email us anytime, anywhere at swreactions@gmail.com. And of course, you can, as I mentioned earlier in the show, speakpipe.com/Star Wars Reactions is where you can go to leave us a voicemail free of charge. All you got to do is hit the record button. You can record up to 90 seconds, giving us any comments and feedback that you want to give. We would love to hear from you. We love y'all. Y'all are the best. That's why we do this. It's fun. Of course, you can hit my co-host David up at any time, anywhere. The best place is, of course, on Instagram and X. On Instagram, he's at David Motters. Then, of course, X is at David_Motters. And, of course, he's on Blue Sky, davidmotters.bsk. Whatever it is. I can never remember what all the extra letters are on Blue Sky. It's just at David Motters, so look him up there. Love you, David. Of course, you can always find me on X anytime at TA Harris 121079. Or, of course, if you do message any of the show socials, they do come to me, and of course I share them with David, and we can communicate to you through there as well. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Definitely, I hope you will take a few moments to share, shoot us a message and let us know what you thought of this little news show. If you'd like to see more of those going forward, maybe we can work that out for you, because I know it'd be fun to do. So just short and sweet. So, but I can't end it without a dad joke. It's not in my, I can never end a show without doing a dad joke. So here it is, folks. This week's Star Wars dad joke of the week. I tell you, folks, it's a doozy. This is great. And I wish David was here to laugh at this, or at least groan, because it's so much more fun when he's groaning or laughing with me, because I laugh at all of them. But anyway, here we go. This week's Star Wars dad joke of the week. What did the Sith say about getting revenge on Obi-Wan Kenobi? You thinking about it? Think about it. Give up. What did the Sith say about getting revenge on Obi-Wan Kenobi? They said, "I'm all about that." Do you get it? Maul about that? Oh, Lord. Maul. Oh, Lord. Well, folks, that is it. Look, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening in week after week. Y'all are the best. You're the greatest. Definitely take care of one another. It is definitely something this world needs right now. Just a little bit of kindness will go a long way. Don't forget to do something kind for somebody this week. It will definitely make a world of difference. We love y'all. We're praying for you. Remember, this is your place for elegant discussion for a more civilized age.
This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or by Lucasfilm Limited. It's intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars. All names, sounds, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Disney and their respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Star Wars Reactions unless otherwise indicated. Star Wars Reactions, elegant discussion for a more civilized age.